Gaffer, it's probably the longest journey of the season on Saturday, obviously, to Plymouth, but it could be the most fruitful one in terms of what you can come away with.
Oh, it's going to be tough. We know it's a tough place to go. You know, I've been at home park before. You know, and there's always a passionate home support there. We're facing a team that's simply in stunning form since the turn of the year, and but we'd like to think that we can go there and play our part in a proper game in League One with such a great prize at the end of the season for both clubs is a prize for getting something on the day. So we're looking forward to it. We're not worried about the journey. We'll prepare properly. We'll go down nice and early. The boys will be fresh, and but it's going to be a tough. It's a team blessed with such a hard-working team, Plymouth, and more importantly, within that team, they've probably got 6 or 7 lads who are top class in League One.
Yeah, Graham Kerry is probably the man that sort of stands out for Plymouth in terms of the goals he scored and how well he did it at League 2 level. And I guess you've got ability, you can do it at any level, as people have shown.
Well, I've got an expression that's often I overuse, but the boy Kerry can put a ball in a toadstool from 50, 60 yards, and I use it often about good players. We've got some here that can do that, but the boy Kerry and 3 or 4 others of his teammates. So it's not going to be about George in isolation. As talented as he is, and as many times I've been on the sideline, annoyed by what he does against my team because he's so talented. But Derek has assembled a number of good players that are capable of punishing you and are capable of dominating games. But we have to stand up and be counted and produce one of the best performances to come away with at least adding to our points tally, if not by 3.
Yeah, Jack Marriott took his total to 31 for the season with that goal against Northampton, and he's in great form, obviously 5 goals since you've come into the building.
There's no central defender wants to play against Jack Marriott. Not in League One, not in the Championship, and dare I say probably the bottom 7 or 8 in the Premier League, because he is an out-and-out goal scorer. He's got staggering pace. He can go left or right. If he doesn't score a goal, he misses a chance. It's always a sign of a great striker. And there is no striker in the world, and I include people like Ronaldo in this, and people like Messi in this. They don't take every chance, but they always go back in there. They find the space, they find the time, they have the ability, and they're born with it. You're born with that little bit of gold dust on your forehead when you're born, and of course no one ever knows that, but you are. And Jack Marriott's blessed. It's why he's worth, close on £10 million, I would think, given the way he takes chances.
Grion Edwards came through, nearly 75, 80 odd minutes, 85 minutes against Northampton. How's he reacted in training this week?
Fantastic, fresh as a daisy. Well ahead of schedule. So well done to the fitness team here for having him in peak condition. It was an element of risk of playing him last week, but he came through it with flying colours, and he's been outstanding in training since. So he's certainly up for consideration for a starting place at Plymouth.
Yeah, sometimes it's mental more than physical, isn't it, when you've been out a long time, and to get those minutes under his belt must have been great for his mental well-being as well.
It's the first thing the kid said to me after the game, is that mentally I was looking at the clock from 5 minutes in, but it's 65, 70, 70. He was still not fresh, but he was still had major minutes left in the tank. But let's be honest, the game against Northampton was win after the second goal went in. It was never going to be anything else other than if we scored again. And so we got the opportunity to give him what was planned, 65, 70 minutes, and take him off. And he's in good shape, but the group's in good shape.
Yeah. Did Joe Ward put a marker down in terms of work rate for that sort of second striker, or wide striker, as you will, against Northampton, in terms of how much effort he put in when he didn't have the ball?
I think when we looked at the analysis of the game afterwards, and we looked at the GPS, which just gives you distances, a number of sprints and intensity, and Joe Ward was at the top of any group you would wish to put together on the field. I think he probably could have put 3 or 4 Northampton lads in there, and he would have covered more kilometres and had more sprints and more winning sprints. So from that point of view, he's a kid that we love having around. He's got a smile on his face every day, Joe. He wants to improve. He's come up from non-league, but so have I, and so has many great players that this football club now regards as heroes. So let's hope Joe can continue to work like that, and then maybe we get him in a little bit of a more forward area, if you like, and create one-on-ones where he's different class.
And just finally, Ryan Tafazoli missed last week because obviously Jack Baldwin came in, scored, of course. Good options now. Good
options. The big man's had his scan. The prognosis was great, which was he's at the back end of a minor grade 1 hamstring strain, which for the supporters would mean it's 7 to 9 days, but that was, of course, last Friday at Rotherham. And the big fella in my office this morning said, if you want me at Plymouth Gaff, I'm on the pitch. And that's exactly what he said against Rotherham. And I don't think we had a better player on the pitch at Rotherham than Ryan. I thought he was outstanding till he came off. And he come off because the referee got word to us that if he has another challenge that's late in any way, he would pay a second yellow card price. So it's good to have him available to us. We need all our players available. You know, when we've got Ryan on the training ground now, we've got Gawain back. Hopefully we get a clean bill of health at Plymouth. We can add to our points tally, and we're good to go with 5 to go. That's the objective on the weekend. The objective of the weekend, I can say to Posh fans now, is when we make the trip home, have we performed to a maximum in terms of effort? Have we played well in areas of the game, on times of the game? And more importantly, are we still in that top group at 5 o'clock when we come into the dressing room at Plymouth? That is the clear objective with 5 to go after that.